Rise and Shine Rwanda, it's Thursday the 13th of August.
Rise and Shine Rwanda.
A new campaign hoping to change lives is here, and we tell you how you can be part of it all.
Barcelona's reign continues as the Catalans win the Super Cup.
And of course, our weekly movie review. Good morning, it's just after 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda with me, Regis Isheja.
And me, Fidelis Karangwa.
And over the course of the hour, we'll bring you the latest news, sports, and business headlines from here in Rwanda and across the world. Fidelis, what do you have in the money?
In the money, we're going to talk about how the franc has been struggling for a very long time now. So we're going to see about what the government is doing, what the central bank is doing to try and protect the franc right now. And of course, I got you covered with the movie review today.
Yes, you do. I know you do. That's my favorite part of the week. I cannot wait for that moment. Well, all that and more still to come. But first, Rise and Shine story of the day. When it comes to having a strong desire to change lives and have the passion and drive to create that change, there's nothing like the Tigo Reach for Change campaign. It has created a coaching and mentoring program like none other, and some are already seeing the change in their respective fields. The campaign supports projects that promote children's welfare and is organized by Tigo and Reach for Change, a Swedish non-profit organization that supports children and youth causes. Take a look. This is the fourth year that Tigo and Reach for Change are running a competition in search for social entrepreneurs. Last year, the two winners were Ivira Dukunda and Dominique Uwase Alonga. Since 2012, 5 changemakers have been supported by the program and have impacted the lives of over 46,000 Rwandan children.
Reach for Change believes in people. What they do is they take an idea, no matter how small. They don't wait for you to be the big settled organization or the big business. They believe in you for the idea that you have, and believing in you leads you to believe in yourself and impact the children or whatever you wanted to do. I think what they did for me is they believed in my idea, they heard it, they funded me, and they actually also led me in different steps to actually see it become a reality. Because it was all in my head and it probably sounded good in my head, but speaking it out to Reach for Change, speaking it out to the judges, speaking it out to the helpers, the mentors that we had along the way, made the idea become real and become visible so people can pass by and see this was just in my head, but then now it's slowly becoming tangible and visible, so it's great.
Dominique wants to create a vibrant environment where children enjoy reading by organizing readathon events that seek to reward the best children readers of the nation, and also creating website software to encourage and track reading habits of children among Rwandan society.
The reason why people should register to Reach for Change is this is your opportunity to have your idea heard, to join the family, and to have your idea become a reality. You can become a reality. Whatever you think in your head can actually become visible, like what we had. As you can see, it's come a long way, and we would not have done it without Reach for Change. That's definite.
The application period will run up to August 21st. The winner will receive up to 14 million Rwandan francs and access to business expertise and mentorship from senior management of Tigo staff and Reach for Change advisors.
So what Tigo and Reach for Change do, they don't only give you funding, they give you mentorship, they give you training. We have a lot of workshops in terms of communications, how to connect with other donors. We have workshops about marketing, how to market your organization, how to be financially sustainable. So they don't only give you money and tell you, oh, you know what, you won the competition, leave, go away. They come, they see how far you've come, they train you. Because like I said earlier, when I came into the Reach for Change and Tigo family, it was just an idea. We were not settled. We were not a small organization. We were just non-existent. So there are things such as how to manage your finances, how to do PR, how to do communications, how to connect with other donors, networking. So those things were really new to us. Even the registration process to become a real entity was something that they've helped us do. They lead you. They visit you constantly. They organize workshops so that you can meet other change leaders, so that you can challenge each other. Hey, I had this problem last year. This is how I overcame it. So the more we talked with each other, the more we actually pushed ourselves. You can go further. You can go further. You can go further.
A great initiative. Regisi Sheja, Rise and Shine Rwanda. And joining us in studio now is Ivira Dukunda from Digital Changemaker 2014. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, after we saw what Dominique said and how much the campaign has affected her organization and how great she's doing, tell us and tell the people at home why they should register. Why is it important to be part of this movement?
Well, just like Dominique, myself, I participated in the competition and I was just given this opportunity to make an impact. I believe that there's so many people out there who have really innovative ideas and they have made it their social mission to see a change to the society. So it's really important because Tigo has made it possible by providing the support needed, both financial and the mentorship they need, and also the network, broader network of digital change makers to be able to succeed, to achieve their goal. So for someone who's ambitious and they have identified the problem and have a solution, this is the opportunity right now to go and really make it happen.
Now, take us through each step. I mean, you register. How do you register? And why do you register? I mean, what do you get from registering for this campaign?
Okay, so because the campaign is open to everyone, you go to a public website, www.tigo.co.rw/digital change makers. This link takes you to an online application. You sign up, you have your email and password, and this takes you to a series of questions that you answer for the judges to evaluate. So this form, you don't have to finish it in one sitting. You can take your time, answer the questions about the problem you have identified, and really take your time to make a case why your innovation brings a solution to the society. And once you have done that, you can actually save and do it over the few days, and then you submit. So once you send in your application, the jury takes, it's actually going to be up until September 11 that the jury is going to evaluate the application.
So it was August 21st, it has moved to September 11th.
Actually, the submission will be needed on August 29th,
okay.
But between August 29th and September 11th, the jury will be evaluating those submitted applications. At that point, there will be another stage where there is a support to create a business plan that allows applicants to redefine their ideas in more tangible ways. And then the next phase is actually to pitch in person to Tigo, co-workers and senior management in partnership again with the Reach for Change support. So the presentations are again to convince to these senior managers of Tigo that your idea really is bringing something useful to the society.
Now here we're talking about affecting change and changing lives. Mm-hmm. How are we doing so?
You see, the kind of innovation that Tigo is talking about is trying to identify a problem for the society. And in order to make a change, you need to better lives of people.
This is not just about children. We're talking people in general.
Yeah, we're talking about people in general.
Right.
But we're looking at social entrepreneurs, again, looking at the social impact. But a very important component is we're looking for ideas that have the potential to use digital tools or technology, or they're already using it, or the idea has the potential to use this technology, because that's the way Tigo is able to provide all the support through its network, vast network, and the digital tools that it has.
Now, this is Tigo Reach for Change. We know the Ministry of ICT, of Youth and ICT, is usually very involved when we're talking about anything digital in this country, especially since it's one of the sectors that are really being pushed forward in the country. Have you reached out to them? Have they reached out to you? Are you working together? How is the relation here?
Absolutely, because the Ministry of Youth and ICT and the government of Rwanda in general have really built the infrastructure,
the facility,
and really made it possible for youth and everyone else to come up with ideas, to use these like facilities to actually create solutions. So this is where Tigo comes in to say, you participate, you win 14 million Rwandan francs, you get a 3-year period of incubation and mentorship, and we make your idea possible. And obviously, that's not disconnected to any support that the government is giving.
Now, I got to talk to Dominique, who's the other winner of the contest last year. Now, I see where she is now, and I saw the evolution over time. Where are you now? What have you done since you won, and where are you right now?
I would say that the idea I had was still in an ideation stage, right? And we had made a few steps in trying to implement, but we were stuck because there is a lot of financial needs that we couldn't solve.
Right.
There's also the know-how, the expertise that we needed to be able to bust some bottlenecks in our program. So since we won, that has been really a solution for us because we're able to expand the team to include a technical person doing the coding because ours is software. We also recently hired an operation manager. Again, we are creating jobs through that, but also we are able to tackle the challenges we had as an organization. So right now, the solution we had is being used by 2 schools. One is Licedo Kigali, which is here in Kigali. Another school is in the south. It's Gahogo Adventist Academy. They're using our solution. If it hasn't been for the funding provided by Tigo and the mentorship, I don't think it would be where we are today.
Now, it says that once you win, once you're one of the winners, because there's a lot of people who actually submitting, who want to be some of the winners as well, right? So when you're winning, you get to actually, spend time with Tigo personnel and Reach for Change personnel. How does that work exactly?
Actually, there is a change maker hub within the Tigo's headquarters at Muhima.
Right.
So instead of just you being connected for the Tigo community, actually you get to office within Tigo. So you have access to anyone within Tigo management. These are people who have expertise, whether it's marketing, whether it's pricing, whether it's any technical support that you need. You just have a direct connection with them.
Now, let's just say I'm one of the people watching the show right now and who is still, being doubtful about applying, about being part of this campaign. Tell them why, again, they should be part of it.
You have an idea. If you're watching, you have an idea, you want to see an impact. This is the time for you because Tigo is coming in to say, let's partner, let's help you have the boost that you need to make the next step. And I don't think, I believe that there are so many challenges in this society. I don't think you need to wait until another day. Seize this opportunity, use it in order to see the change that you have dreamed of.
Well, you, my friend, will make a great public speaker. I think you're already doing pretty great right now. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Well, you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Here is to traveling and saving. Starting 1st of April to the 1st of June, travel with Rwanda and take advantage of our reduced fares and enjoy our world-class services in great comfort and safety.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Rwanda. Time now for your business news. Fidelis Karangwa has the details.
Business stories making headlines today. The private sector has been urged to invest more into agriculture to push the sector forward and help attain the attainment of the country's second economic development and poverty reduction strategy targets. The Minister of State for Agriculture, Mr. Tony Sanganira, said the private sector could invest in high-value traditional and emerging export crops like vegetables and adding value to local products to boost their competitiveness and create jobs. He made the remarks during a breakfast meeting organized by the Private Sector Federation Golden Circle in Kigali, aimed at finding ways to which the private sector players could enhance the agricultural value chain by investing in the sector and optimizing resource usage to reduce operational costs. The central bank has prohibited local businesses from pricing services and products in foreign currencies in a move to save the declining value of the franc. Since April, the Rwandan franc has been struggling against the US dollar, which has affected various businesses. The central bank governor, Mr. John Rwangonga, said in a statement on Monday that the central bank informs the public that pricing goods and services in foreign currencies is punishable by law. He also added that it is strictly prohibited to buy or sell foreign currency from street vendors that are not authorized by the central bank. And the livelihoods of about 4,000 small-scale fishermen who use canoes for fishing has been disrupted following the ban that allows only fishermen with big boats to fish on Lake Kivu. Last year, the government froze the issuing of fishing licenses after experts advised the country to have a small, manageable number of fishermen on its lakes as part of a long-term plan to reduce pressure on the Lake Kivu. Officials say the idea of reducing the vessels should pave a way for commercial fish production on Lake Kivu, and added that the affected fishermen will be helped to go for alternative sources of livelihood other than fishing. You up to date today's business headlines. Sport news comes next in just a minute with Hershisi Sheja.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Rwanda. Time now for your sports news. I'm Regis Isheja. Starting with local football, Kiyovu Sports Club has appointed former KCCA head coach Samuel Amamba as the new head coach on a one-year contract. Amamba has been in the coaching profession since 2009, having coached Tupisa Pusika of Central African Republic from 2009 to 2012. Kiyovu had started talks with Gicumbi FC to take their coach Emmanuel Rudemesha, but the talks ended for unknown reasons. Amamba expressed his desire to take the team forward, but added that much has to be done in order to reach the desired level. The club Secretary General Eli Manirarora disclosed that they have given him the task to win one of the major trophies, including the National League title or Peace Cup. On to tennis. Serena Williams shook off some hardcore rust before rolling to a 2-6, 6-3, 6-0 win over Italy's Flavia Pennetta at the Rogers Cup in Toronto. Williams, playing her first match of the North American hardcourt swing after pulling out of Stanford last week with a sore right elbow, endured a ragged opening set in which she was broken 4 times and fired 4 double faults. But the 33-year-old American, a 3-time champion on the Toronto hardcourt, eventually found her rhythm in the second round match. Fans were treated to the sight of Williams in full flow in the third as the 21 times Grand Slam champion finished off Pennetta with a thundering backhand winner. While all 4 Grand Slams titles are already in her possession, a successful defense of her US Open crown next month will put Williams in an exclusive club along with Maureen Connolly, Margaret Court, and Steffi Graf as the only women to have swept all 4 in a single season. On to European club football, Lionel Messi scored twice and set up the winning goal as FC Barcelona started the season in dramatic style by beating Sevilla 5-4 after extra time to lift the UEFA Super Cup. The action-packed Old Spanish match was won when Pedro, linked by British media with a move to Manchester United, scored from close range after a shot by Messi rebounded in the 115th minute. In the final seconds of extra time, a Sevilla defender had a golden chance to send the match to penalties, but missed an open goal from close range. Earlier, Sevilla had battled back from a 4-1 down to 4-4 as Barcelona's fitness was tested in its first competitive match of the season. This was Europe's curtain raiser between the winners of the Champions League and the second-tier Europa League. Next up for Barcelona is the Spanish Super Cup against Athletic Bilbao on Friday and Monday before the Club World Cup in December. And joining us now in studio once again is Usher Komugisha. Welcome back to the show, Usher.
Thank you very much.
Now, Kiyovu Sport getting a new head coach in Samuel Amamba. What is it going to change? Because we know in Rwanda for the past couple of years now, where it's always between Police FC, Rayon Sport. APR has kind of fallen off a little bit. What do you think this is gonna change, especially since they're telling him he has to either win the National League or the Peace Cup?
Well, it's not going to be easy, that's for sure, because as we all know, Police and APR and somehow Rayon Sport have gotten all the players in the country who are very few, the top players. But I think because he's a coach of a lot of experience and he's been with APR before, so he understands Rwandan football.
Right.
But a lot has changed since he was here. And but I think that Kiyovu they have some of the players that can do well, but maybe they lacked the coaching.
And you think Samuel Amamba could be the it factor here that tips the scale a little bit?
A bit, because I don't see him being in the top 2, that's for sure, because even the other teams that have stepped up, like Sunrise, they finished 4th in their debut season in the top flight league, and they went on to actually sign Jimmy Mulisa, who is a a very established Amavubi player.
Right.
So I think it's going to be difficult, but maybe because they have pedigree as a club, maybe they'll try to do something. But again, it comes down to organization. If the management is organized and they sign maybe 2 or 3 players, maybe those players will make the difference.
All right. Now, we all knew Serena Williams had a sore right elbow after Wimbledon. She comes back. She skipped Stanford last week. She comes back and plays in Toronto, a tournament she's won a couple of times before. Wins her first match against Flavia Pennetta. What does this show? Because you said yesterday that you don't see anyone threatening her crown at the moment at the U.S. Open, which is taking place in 2 weeks. Do you still feel strongly about that, even if yesterday she struggled by losing the first set?
Well, maybe it was expected, especially after the shoot. I think you saw the pictures
rust, right.
with the New York magazine.
Right.
So maybe that tampered a
those
bit
poses,
with her. Yeah,
those
the poses.
Right.
Yeah, maybe they tampered a bit with her, focus and concentration. But once she gets into tournament mood, I don't think anyone is going to do much to challenge her. I think that, there could be people who will maybe get some, games off her, and even when she loses a set, Serena is that kind of woman that will come back. She
doesn't get deterred.
fights.
She bounces back.
She bounces back like any day, and we saw that at Wimbledon in the final as well, also in the semi-final. So I think that she's very strong mentally, and she'll get there. She'll get there.
Now, when we were talking about Maureen Connolly, Margaret Court, and Steffi Graf as the only women to have swept all 4 Grand Slams in a calendar year, Steffi Graf is the only one who did it in the Open era. Do you feel Serena Williams could actually do this at the U.S. Open?
I think she will do it. She has massive support, from her fans. She's at home.
Home turf.
Yeah, this is home turf. And it's not just even about being in front of her family and whatever, because they always travel with her anyway. But it's also about the surface.
Right.
She's very good with that surface. And I think she'll have the motivation, to want to achieve this and to be named among the greatest tennis players, not just in the Open era, but ever.
Ever, of all time, absolutely. A player who is often mentioned as one of the greatest of all time is Lionel Messi. Showed us again 2 nights ago why everybody should hold him in that regard. But this did not come without pain. I mean, from 4-1 to 4-4 before winning 5-4. What was your take after watching Sevilla play Barcelona?
Well, opening 10 minutes, Sevilla had a goal, free kick. Okay, well, fine, maybe, Second thing we know, there's another free kick, again, Messi. Then he scores the second goal, again, from the similar position.
Right.
So I was like, okay, we have 2-1 under maybe 20 minutes. We're going to have a good game here. But going on, to lose concentration and concede 3 goals, I think was very disappointing from a team like Barcelona. But that's the good thing about Barcelona. Yes, they'll concede the goals, and again, it's the style in La Liga. You concede 3 goals, but you win by by 1. You score maybe 4-3. So that's the thing. They lost concentration, but it also shows that it's going to be a very interesting La Liga season, because if Sevilla can actually push Barcelona to the edge, I think it's going to be an interesting season.
Now, this one is a tough one for me to say that Iniesta is getting up there in age, but it is a fact he's getting old. Now, with the triumvirate of Neymar, Luis Suarez, and Lionel Messi up front, yes, you just talked about the fact that Spanish football is more geared towards the offensive play, even if when Mourinho was there, it had changed a little bit. Do you feel like Real Madrid can threaten their crown in Spain or Atletico Madrid, and do you feel like another team in Europe could threaten their place in Europe at the moment?
Yes, I think that Madrid is up there. They were just unfortunate last season without having Gareth Bale, because that's more like taking out, let's say, Suarez for Barcelona. They'll struggle. Maybe it's the same thing. Like you take out Messi of Barcelona, maybe they'll struggle. They'll still score, by the way, because for Barcelona it's
a system.
Yeah, it's a system. Right. It's a system that works. So I think that Madrid. Sevilla is up there. Atletico Madrid will also challenge, but the problem is they will go on and maybe lose to the small side. So it's going to be very close, I think.
UEFA Champions League, if you were to come up with a prediction right now, who are you seeing in the final?
Well, I haven't looked at the squads for the teams, but again, maybe Barcelona will be up there and Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich?
They would want to come back into the
Pep
mix.
Guardiola maybe getting his revenge.
Yeah, sure, maybe.
All right. Well, Ashako Mugisha, thank you very much once again.
All right,
we
you're
appreciate
welcome.
you being on the show. All right, you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda. Do not go anywhere. News are coming up next.
Let's take a look now at news making headlines here in Rwanda and around the world.
For peace and security to prevail over war, governments and policymakers must commit to a strategic partnership with the youth. The call was made by the United Nations Populations Fund ahead of celebrations to mark the International Youth Day yesterday. Marked every year on August 12th, the day seeks to honor the actions young people around the world take to improve their well-being and that of their communities. The theme for this year's celebration is Youth Civic Engagement. In Rwanda, national celebrations for the day have been moved to August 22nd, according to the Youth and ICT Minister, the Honorable Jean-Philbert Nsengimana. The ministry plans to hold exhibitions. The ministry plans to hold exhibitions across the country to highlight the diverse achievements of young people in critical sectors such as health, the economy, and social participation.
A 5-year grant worth $25 million by the United States Department of Agriculture has been awarded to World Food Program Rwanda to support the National School Feeding Program. 4 districts, namely Karongi, Nyamagabe, Nyaruguru, and Rutsiro, will benefit from the grants, which will be implemented by the World Food Program in partnership with the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Agriculture. During the signing ceremony at the U.S. Embassy, U.S. Envoy to Rwanda, Erica Bucks-Ruggles, said Rwanda's school feeding program deserves all the support, observing that the program has been fruitful by increasing school attendance and improving students' performance. The WFP provides school meals to 20 million school children globally, with 2 million in the region alone. The school feeding program has been facing challenges, including the failure of vulnerable families to meet their required contribution since the program was introduced mid-last year.
In international news, an explosion at a crowded market in the northeastern state of Borno in Nigeria has killed at least 47 people. As many as 52 people are believed to have been injured. The blast struck the Jabo livestock market in Saboni Gari town in southern Borno. Suspected Boko Haram militants have killed hundreds in the state. It is not clear whether the explosion was caused by a suicide bomber or by a planted device. Borno State has been at the center of an Islamist insurgency, but in recent months, Boko Haram has also targeted villages and towns in northern Cameroon, as well as Chad and Niger. Bombings intensified after the new Nigerian president, Muhammadu Buhari, vowed to crush the group. Since he was sworn in last May, more than 800 people have been killed.
And a U.S. military helicopter has crashed off the coast of southern island of Okinawa. 17 crew members were rescued and 7 people were injured. The crash happened near Camp Square, the U.S. Army base on the east coast of the island. The helicopter crashed as it tried to land on the ship at sea. The exact cause is not yet known. It is not clear if the helicopter crashed into the sea or on board the ship. Okinawa is home to several U.S. bases and around 27,000 personnel. The deployment is part of the U.S.-Japan post-war defense alliance. A new U.S. military base is planned for Okinawa, but it has been met with opposition by officials on the island. Japan said that last week that it would put a temporary pause on construction while talks with Okinawa officials continued. Okay, lots more still to come. We have lifestyle up next.
Here is to traveling and saving. Starting 1st of April to the 1st of June, travel with Rwanda and take advantage of our reduced fares and enjoy our world-class services in great comfort and safety.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Rwanda. Lifestyle now. Fidelis, what do you have for us?
Well, you know what it is. Movie review
Oh
time.
my God, I cannot wait.
Now, just as usual, always have the what's in theaters at the moment movie to go and watch at the moment.
Yes.
So let's just take a look and I'll tell you all about it after that.
Okay.
Dr. Storm, we gave you 6 years and millions of dollars, and you gave us nothing. What's different now?
Reed Richards. He knows answers to questions we don't even know to ask yet. This is our chance to learn more about our planet and maybe even save it. I want you to meet my daughter, Sue.
You want to be famous?
I just want my work to make a difference.
Johnny, Reed. This guy doesn't take orders well.
Yeah, especially from people who say, I don't take orders well. Don't let any of these lab coats give you any crap, all right? Well, if I do, I know who to call. The muscle.
I gotta say, it's fun having you here.
Really?
No.
What you've created here is incredible.
You guys sure you're in the best shape to be doing this?
Yeah.
We're good.
They just cracked interdimensional travel.
Incredible.
All I want to know is where are my children?
4 have survived. All exhibit unique physical conditions.
I just want to fix my friends.
You can't fix this.
You should use these powers to help people.
You opened a door you don't know how to close. You don't know anything about what's coming.
What is coming?
Doom.
If you want to stop him, it's going to take everything you have.
How long until he's in?
2 minutes. Might be a little less.
Wow. Okay. All right. Now I'm hyped. I really want to go to the movies.
Fantastic Four.
Right.
So-
This is what you call a franchise. I mean,
Exactly,
first of
exactly.
all, Jessica Alba. Just say what you want to say. Go
Well,
ahead.
so
Break it
this-
down for the people.
So this is basically the Fantastic Four 2015, which is an American superhero film based on Marvel comic superhero team. The same one that did the one with Jessica Alba and all these
Yes.
things. So this is the third theatrical Fantastic Four film, and this one was directed by Josh Trank, and it stars people like Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara, and Jamie Bell.
Michael B. Jordan is on fire right now.
I know,
Everybody's
right?
trying to get him over
Everyone is talking
directors.
about him, so
Right.
it's a very good movie. It's a great follow-up. I mean, it's like this one has like the youngsters, the
Right,
people
right,
whom
right.
like people like teenagers right now can relate to. So I feel like it's going to be a really good movie to take your kids to. Lots of action, lots of fun.
Okay. Well, all right.
Would you go watch it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I watched when Jessica Alba was part of the whole franchise.
Yeah.
That was my. I used to live there at the movie theater.
Well, even this one is going to be exactly as good as it was. So
Absolutely. Speaking of movies that used to be great, this is the time. This is called classic. This is the moment I look forward to every
You
week.
take over.
Absolutely. And this one is a movie that came out in 1995. I remember when it came out, actually. Let's just look at it and I'll tell you a little bit about it after.
I had one of the biggest casinos in Las Vegas to run for 10 years. If I did it, I'd have to run it my way.
Nobody's going to interfere with you running the casino, I guarantee it.
Vicky, see that guy? Making a lot of money for us, so keep a good eye on him.
All right. Look at this place. It's made of money. What do you think about me moving out here?
I just gotta tell you, it's no joke out here. You gotta keep a low profile. Right off the bat, they don't like guys like us.
You like your money a lot,
Yes,
don't
a lot.
you? Well, how about that? Yeah?
I want to settle down. I want a family.
You got the wrong girl.
You'll be set up for the rest of your life.
You don't know me. What do you know me 2-3 months?
They had it all. They ran the show. And it was paradise. While it lasted.
They found a guy's head in the desert. That's no good.
We got a problem. He doesn't listen to me. Maybe you should get lost for a while. Take a vacation.
Can't make it any clearer, Sam. I would just get out.
I tried to do everything for you, even though I knew deep down inside you would bury me.
I buried you. You buried yourself.
I have to be able to trust you with my life. Can I trust you? Can I trust you?
I will go to the FBI. I will go to the police. I am not protecting you anymore.
You want me to get out of my own town? You only exist out here because of me.
He's a loose cannon.
No! Stop it!
You realize what you can do? You can get us all killed! You want to get rid of me? Here I am. Go ahead, get rid of me.
All right, so as you just saw, action-packed. You know, it's all about power, it's all about money, it's all about, womanizers. And this is a remake of the 1973 movie of the same name.
Lots of remakes today, huh?
But this one is a remake, it's a classic that remade a classic. It's unbelievable. As you just saw, it stars Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, obviously. So this is it's all about a mob that's actually controlling a casino. Now we know in Las Vegas how it all goes.
That happens a lot.
Absolutely. And it's great actors, a lot of drama.
Anything with Robert De Niro is never
It's
really good,
always
so.
great. Usually it's him and and Al Pacino. In this one it's him and Joe Pesci, Italian born American actors. And so there's a love story with Sharon Stone, who at this moment was the it girl.
course.
Everybody wanted her in their
People had
movies.
posters of her in their rooms.
Trust me, believe me, I did. And so it's a movie that you watch it, it brings back great memories, but at the same time, it reminds me of that mob era where Godfather that had come out like maybe 15 years earlier, but then you had Heat. And then you had, a lot of movies that came out around the same time that were very similar, that talked about, the Italian community in the U.S. and, what they were after, the fact that a lot of people, thought they couldn't afford, they couldn't get, money, they couldn't get any wealth, and they found a way to get the wealth, at times illegally, obviously. But it's worth it. It's a great movie to watch.
Clearly very passionate about this one.
Absolutely, and it's a Martin Scorsese movie. Every time he produces a movie, it's going to be a great one. So this is one of those that, you watch it at home, have some popcorn and something else.
And enjoy.
Absolutely.
Well, if you want to go to the movies, on the other hand, and watch this new movie, Fantastic Four, just before we wrap up, all you have to do is, to get the tickets this week, is tweet us or Facebook us the reason why you should win 2 tickets to go see any film of your choice at Century Cinemas, and the winner will be notified on social media. The more creative your answer is, the better the chances of winning. Good luck. Now don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Well, don't forget we love to hear your thoughts, comments, and feedback on what we're talking about here on Rise and Shine Rwanda. Tweet us at Rise and Shine RW. Like us on Facebook and send us your ideas for programs. Check out our Rise and Shine Rwanda YouTube page where you can catch all the shows and the reports we do daily. Find us on Instagram, Rise and Shine RW. We'd love to see your pictures. Or check out our Rise and Shine Rwanda website. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We'd love to hear your feedback, so do let us know if you have an idea for the program. You've been watching Rise and Shine Rwanda with me, Regis Isheja.
And me, Fidelis Khan, will be back here same time, same place tomorrow, so do join us then. But for now, goodbye.
Bye-bye.